goes off of Richards, actually. It'll be Presque basketball. Been a while since we've done a game together, Kevin. I think it was Presque state championship against Greeley back in, 2015?
I think you're right.
Okay, it's a long time. We're going on 4 years.
We've hung out a lot at the
That's
gyms,
right, I know.
just haven't worked together. But yeah, glad to be a part of it.
Absolutely. Wheaton couldn't finish underneath there. Magoon goes over to Michael Brown. Faces up on McAtee. The Caribou boys led 31-27 at the half over Orono. And a travel call here on Magoon. The Holton boys currently lead MDI 55-46 with about 2:20 remaining in that one. So plenty of action, basketball action going on for you here on WHOU. Still Penobscot Valley and Mattanock to come tonight. Cummings, where's number 30? Now McAtee will hand off to Malachi Cummings. Launches a three-pointer off front iron, no good. Looking to chase down the rebound. Brown tried to throw it off of Wheaton. He saves it from going out of bounds. Cummings, the runner, rattles it in.
First varsity points for Malachi Cummings. And again, nice to see him after a solid preseason getting the start today and getting the first hoop for the Wildcats.
A very athletic player, rugged, good size for a freshman. You'll hear his name quite a bit over the next 4 years as another traveling violation called on the Coyotes.
Presque took advantage of the last miscue by Old Town, so see what they can do here. Maybe get a basket and get that first lead.
Yeah, aforementioned Cummings now has it. Inside the lane, adjusts, and finishes. Cummings, 2 for 3 from the field in the early going. Gives the Wildcats their first lead of the season. Brown, that's Hoopturp, connects from deep.
Yeah, the two guards for Old Town, each connecting from the outside, giving Coyotes a 2-point lead.
Wheaton from mid-range doesn't go. McAtee with the follow. That came up short. They battle for it. It'll be Old Town ball. Presque with a bit of full court pressure. Seymour for head coach Libby. His first year at the helm. Knocked loose by Wheaton. They break the count. Hoopter pulls up from 14. Can't bank it in. Brown corrals the offensive board. His second chance opportunity doesn't go.
Brown got up there on that rebound.
Willett underneath. Nice post move. Can't get the roll. Ends up out of play. It'll stay with Presque. As mentioned, Garrett Libby, his first year at the helm, was a McDonald's All-Star for Old Town. He played for Brian McDormand, a terrific shooter, his Biggie's Player of the Year.
He was an outstanding player. Remember,
he was a sweet shooting lefty.
Yes, he was.
Did a lot of his games his senior year when I worked down in Bangor. Underneath, McAtee ducks underneath, doesn't finish, right out the board. Now right out, tries to go up and under, and we're going to have a 3-second violation called on the Wildcats. Turnover to Old Town.
Getting some full court pressure right now. See if they can cause a turnover, but right now Old Town's going to get it across here and able to set their offense.
Seymour crosses over, now Richards. Guarded by right out. Brown into the paint, will kick it out to Magoon. Rips it through, goes right, shut off by Urema, leans in. That's going to be an offensive foul as Magoon created the contact.
Yeah, not much question about that one. Very visible. See him go into the chest there of the defender, and Presque will get it back.
Coyotes lead 6-4 over Presque. Field goals by Hoopturp and Brown from beyond the arc. Cummings with all 4 points for the Wildcats. Hand off to McAtee, kick it out, Urema for the triple. Wheaton skies for the putback.
Caleb did a good job there, coming from the weak side and following it up and in. Ties it up.
Seymour pulls up from 16, buries it.
Seymour.
It's a great answer there for the Coyotes. Back on top.
stripped and stolen that time. Hookterp took it away from Urema. Now Hookterp steps into a triple. Off the mark, long board tracked down by Seymour. His mid-range jumper, couldn't get the shooter's touch. Off of Wheaton, Cummings will save it, but right to Michael Brown. Brown crosses over, drives baseline, and a hand check call on McAtee.
Very young group out there for the Wildcats right now. Freshmen and a pair of sophomores.
As Mason Fletcher checks in. He's a junior. Nice out-of-bounds play there as they find Richards wide open.
Four different players have scored points for the Coyotes.
Cummings, get it to Fletcher, rip it through, goal left. Lost the handle as it was stripped away. Hookter bumped into by Wheaton, and he'll get a foul call on Caleb Wheaton. That'll be the second team foul on the Wildcats. First on Wheaton. Checking in for Old Town is Caden Jackson. Seymour hesitates, picks his dribble up, goes over to Brown. Screen set by Richards. Brown couldn't get any space as Presque switched on the screen. Richards, baseline jumper, doesn't go, and Cummings has it for Presque. Cummings is bumped by Brown. So Malachi Cummings will head to the line for 2 free throws.
Didn't look like a quality shot there, but he hung up in the air just long enough to draw the foul, and he's going to have a couple from the line here. Inch a little closer.
Connor Albertson is in for the Wildcats as Cummings splits the difference, chases down his own miss, finds Wheaton, sets his feet, launches, in and out. Trying to establish Richards underneath. Brown takes it himself, floats it up, misses. 10-7 the score. 2:10 to play in the first quarter. Cummings looking for a teammate, finds Fletcher, zips it over to Wheaton, bounces it back to Fletcher, drives right, called for the travel. Chris Albert is in for Old Town as Wheaton applies some full court pressure. Jackson up top to Seymour. Hookterp uses the screen, gets inside the lane, flips it up, wouldn't fall. Seymour, one-handed pass over to Richards, back to Hookterp. Looking up top for Seymour. Now it's Albert, faces up on McAtee. Goes over to Hookterp, close out on him. Jump stop, spins, can't bank it home, slaps it out to the perimeter to Jackson. And we're going to get a call here, I believe, on Urema. An awkward-looking shot there by Hookterp, but
he did a great job sticking with it.
A lot of time, I'm surprised that wasn't called a travel. It probably wasn't, but it looked like one.
It did. It didn't look right, did it?
It didn't. And he almost got it to fall.
Again, he did keep the rebound alive there and gave his team another chance here.
Hookterp. That time he's called for the travel.
Yep.
Three-point lead for the Coyotes. Minute 15 to go in this first quarter. Old Town looking to sweep this Saturday slate of games here from Presque High School. Get a hand check call that time on the Coyotes. It's on number 31, Caden Jackson.
Yeah, it's very rare with 14, those four game days for the Wildcats to have a chance to lose all four. It does not happen very often on this floor.
That's right. It's Wheaton. knocks down the first.
But the boys still have a chance to say something about that in this one.
Wheaton goes 2 for 2. Ethan Hayes has checked in for the Coyotes. Orono leading Caribou 43-42 after 3 quarters. So the state champions on the brink down there in Orono.
It's always been said that is a tough place to play down at Orono. So right now, give the Riots credit.
Down low, they try to find Richards, knocked away by Wheaton. It'll sail out of bounds. Will stay with Old Town. As head coach Libby got a 30-second timeout in just as the 5-second call was going to commence, but good awareness by Coach Libby that time, as they were about a half a second away from a turnover. But right now the score is 10-9. Old Town leading Presque. 58 seconds remaining in this first quarter, and Old Town started off hot shooting. Presque took a few minutes to get their legs out. Say it's the first game of the year. Probably some jitters. Kids may not be in game shape yet.
That's a lot of factors for sure. But yeah, I think a lot of it is just that first game, especially opening at home. You know, if you're on the Presque side, and that's why I give Old Town girls credit for that. I thought they played with so much composure for their opening game in this the first game of the doubleheader.
Yeah, out of the timeout. Perfect execution as it ends up in a Richards lay-in underneath. They go to Ryan, who couldn't convert. Still in the backcourt. Seymour double teamed. Ends up getting it to Hayes. Now to Jackson. Looking to go around Albertson. He does. And a foul is going to be called on Connor Albertson. Connor Rideout is in for Ben Ryan. They get it into Hayes. Free throw line jumper. Rattles in and out. Cummings catches for 3 off the left side of the iron. In transition, a three-pointer on the way, no good. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. The score 12-9, Old Town leading Presque. We're back in 1 minute for the second quarter after this on WHOU.
Get a jump on your future by exploring your possibilities at Northern Maine Community College. The team of faculty and staff at NMCC will position you for a lifetime of success. With over 35 degree and certificate programs, including our newest offerings in water treatment technology, you will be amazed at how quickly your new skills will open a world of opportunity. Visit us online today at nmcc.edu. Northern Maine Community College. Succeed here.
Nortrax is your John Deere construction and forestry equipment dealer for the entire state of Maine. We stand ready to serve all your new and used heavy equipment needs. Count on Nortrax for 24-hour parts and service support and around-the-clock machine monitoring with JD Link. Our certified technicians and parts specialists alongside our product support technology reps are here to serve you. We stand ready as your John Deere construction and forestry equipment team in Maine.
Back at Presque High School, Steve Carmichael with Kevin Schoberg. 12-9, the lead for Old Town at the end of one quarter. Wheaton raises and connects.
So Caleb has scored his team's last 5 points. Has Presque to win a single point now. Now they can go ahead here on this possession.
They get a chance to take the lead. Right out. Kick it out to Wheaton. Gets free. Bounces it to Albertson. Shot put up wouldn't fall. And cleared by Old Town. Albert up top to Jackson. Gallops his way to the bucket and kisses it off the window.
Yep, nobody covered him at all, and he had that easy lane to the hoop and hit that layup.
Wheaton, Albertson, mid-range jumper, doesn't fall as head coach Terry Cummings saying you had a layup.
Nate Willett checks back in for Presque, and Sean Hookterp for the Coyotes.
Hookterp. Underneath. Hayes, a bit too strong. Hookterp looking for the putback. That wouldn't go either. And now it's Wheaton. Wheaton crosses over on Hookterp, floats it up, got hit on the arm. And that'll be 2 free throws, as he's already knocked down 2 at the charity stripe.
So Caleb Wheaton starting to take over for his team here in this second quarter. And looking at last year's stats, I think he scored 211 points, and the rest of this current roster scored a total of 24 last year. So
It's about 24 is about how many points I scored in high school.
no, that wasn't just 1 year. Or how many years did you play?
1.
Yep. Okay. Wow.
Wheaton.
That's not
Tried
a
out
bad
for
effort
I tried out for basketball my senior year. I made it and scored about 25 points ish.
It's over a point a game if I'm doing my math
Hey,
right.
that's
so
right.
No shame in that.
And Bobby will remind you when he makes his debut on Monday that I led the Big East in free throw shoot and was 2 for 2.
So you and Bobby, you guys must have combined for close to 1,000 points
Yeah,
then, huh?
yeah, just about. He had 900 of something of them. Foul call here on Willett. So first on Willett as Magoon checks back in. Yeah, Bobby had a Christmas party to go to, so he's yeah, Stevie, I'm going to do the game, and then no, I got a Christmas party to go to, I got to back out. As Hayes.
Yeah, I can't believe he missed the opener.
Yeah, he did the same thing last year, had to get Tim Tweedy up here.
Yep. And he had all but promised he was going to be here right up until
absolutely, but yeah, 2 days before the opener. Oh, sorry, Stevie. Wheaton from way downtown buries it. We're all knotted up at 16. 5:40 remaining in the first half.
And again, Caleb Wheaton's run continues. Has 11.
Yeah, Cummings has the other 5.
Yes.
So just 2 guys have accounted for all 16 points for the Wildcats. Hayes took a bump. Misses off back iron. Wildcats can take the advantage here. Wheaton goes out to McAtee. Jump stop. Turnover there, so Presque will apply pressure. Bit of zone pressure here. An extended 1-3-1. They get it in the middle of the floor. They find Magoon. As Micah Betters is in for Old Town. Brown goes over to Hayes. Pulls up from just inside the arc. Bounces off the back of the rim. Brown corrals the offensive board. Crosses over. Cummings pokes it free and comes away with the steal. Now gets away from Betters. No numbers. Cummings pulls up from the elbow and buries it.
First lead of the game, I believe, for the Wildcats.
Magoon comes up high to Hookterp. They swing it to Brown, left wide open. Can't connect, and Cummings on the weak side will clear it for the Wildcats.
Old Town got off to a hot start from the outside, but they've cooled off considerably here.
Wheaton tacks to his left. Misfires. Betters has the board. And will outlet to Magoon. And now Hookterp. Hookterp, the runner, too strong. Betters fights for the board. Rideout comes away with it. Getting a foul call here on Nate Willett, his second. Maybe the team's sixth. As Richards is in, as is Seymour for head coach Garrett Libby. Mason Fletcher is in for Willett. Hookterp off the dribble. Bumped by Wheaton. 2 free throws upcoming for Sean Hookterp.
First free throws of the game for Old Town, and Hookterp connects on the first one.
Makes them both. He's got 5 points, tied up at 18. 3.5 minutes remaining. Cummings pass deflected by Hookterp. It goes off of Brown. It'll stay with Presque. Cummings rips it through. Thought about it. Now goes over to Fletcher. McAtee passes deflected and stolen by Hookterp. Back the other way to Brown and the lay-in. Now a bit of 1-2-2 zone pressure here from Old Town. Once again deflected and stolen. Hookterp goes off his sneaker. It'll be Presque basketball, but this pressure defense getting a lot of deflections.
It is. Catching Presque off guard a little bit there, and not quite sure how to handle it. And they've had a couple of miscues. Old Town converted on one, and they almost did there.
Cummings, jab step, gets away, floats it up. Doesn't go, gets his own miss and the putback. The freshman fighting hard underneath. He's now up to 9 points. Tied back up at 20. Seymour off the mark there. Richards the putback.
Richards a big body there, and nobody blocks him out. And the point-blank layup.
McAtee to Fletcher. Misses, gets his own miss. Too strong off the window on the second opportunity. And then cleared by Magoon. Hookterp misses the triple. Magoon the board. Guarded by Fletcher. Tries to scoop to the hoop. And a foul going to be called on Fletcher, so Magoon will head to the charity stripe.
Yeah, Fletcher kind of rode him all the way to the basket there and called for it late on the shot. So neither team able to get much separation at this point. Magoon's on the board.
Magoon goes 1 for 2. Cummings to his right. Leans in, banks it home.
The freshman's into double figures. An unorthodox shot, but
It's effective.
good on that one.
Hookterp goes over to Magoon. 1 point advantage for the Coyotes. Seymour Jackson dribbles with his left hand, goes to Richards, floats it up, doesn't go. Rebound tipped and corralled by Cummings. They're going to let Cummings go one-on-one. Throws it up, too strong off the glass. Rebounded by Old Town. Magoon into the lane with the left hand, too strong with it. Rideout has it.
Rideout's done a great job on both ends with the glass. He's going to be the type of player that just does the dirty work, and if they can get 4 or 6 points out of him as well, it'd be a bonus. Right now, it's not much balance. They need some other players to get involved.
Yeah, only 2 players in the scoring column for Presque, just Wheaton and Cummings. McAtee over to Cummings, goes left at the baseline, doesn't go, and now cleared by Old Town. Seymour quickly back the other way, stops, pops from 15, misses. McAtee draws the foul on Richards. That'll be the 5th on Old Town, so no free throws. 6 seconds remaining. Ben Ryan is in. McAtee will inbound. He has it. Now 3 seconds. McAtee's going to launch it from midcourt. It's going to hit the roof here at the Presque High School Gymnasium. And that'll do it for the first half of play. Old Town nursing a 1-point advantage, 23-22. And we expected a close game, Kevin. And, well, that's what we're getting. Old Town got off to the hot start with the shooting from beyond the arc with Hookturp and Brown. Presque battled back. And if you're Presque heading into the second half, you get all your points from Cummings and Wheaton, which both they're tremendous players, but may need maybe a third and a fourth guy to kind of contribute in the scoring column and possibly pull out a win.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's not a third or fourth guy, collectively, if they can, because they played quite a few players, if they can get, a bucket from maybe 5 or 6 players and have Wheaton and Cummings continue to do their thing. The way they're playing defense, holding Old Town down so far in this one to 23 points. If they can keep up with that defensive effort and, again, get a few more people involved because, it is hard at this level for 2 people to carry a team offensively.
Yeah, it is. So the score at the half, 23-22. We will take a 3-minute break. We'll come back after that with our Cotton Trust Company halftime show. 1-point advantage for Old Town. We're back in 3 minutes on WHOU.
Excellence at ground level is what you get with J. McLaughlin Construction in Holton. Founded in 2012, the company plans the construction of streets, residential areas, and commercial buildings, and they are involved in both public and private projects. Their high-quality work and many years of experience have earned them an excellent reputation and a loyal client base. Regardless of whether you need a detailed plan for a building or would like to build a road, J. McLaughlin Construction is your reliable partner for all your engineering needs. Call J. McLaughlin Construction at 532-6335 or 694-2546.
The S.W. Collins Company is the only Makita Pro Center in Maine, which means we have access to all the latest tools that Makita has to offer. Our factory-trained employees are ready to make sure that you have the right tool for any project. With over 180 tools, Makita has the largest cordless offering with a single battery platform in the industry. And don't forget, we are also a Makita authorized service dealer. For sales, service, and the largest selection of quality Makita tools, go where the builders go, the S.W. Collins Company.
It's never too early to start planning for your future, whether that means protecting your family with life insurance, college planning, or starting to save for retirement. I want to help you get started.
Regardless of your age, it's important to start planning for your financial future now. And as you inch closer to retirement, it's important for you to protect your assets, your retirement income, and your family.
Thompson Hamel has many tools available to help you chart your course on your financial roadmap. Thompson Hamel, LLC. Your family, your future.
Tired of the same old boring meals? Try something new this week. Tired of the same old boring meals? Try something new this week. TNT Takeout at 69 High Street in Holton has what you're looking for.
And believe me, the name doesn't lie. The food is dynamite. Every pizza is loaded with lots of gooey cheese and delicious toppings, from traditional pepperoni to barbecue chicken combination to vegetarian pizza or all meat.
You can grab their specials or enjoy salads to food off the grill, Mexican seafood, and hot or cold subs. TNT Takeout, the convenience store that has it all.
Call 521-5250.
Caribou's up by 3 right now. Barnes didn't say.
They're up 3?
They're up by 3. 18 and a half seconds left, up 3. Our ball, 18 and a half, timeout Caribou, up 3. That's it. Back on WHOU, Steve Carmichael with Kevin Schoberg, John Humphrey, our camera operator, Timmy Youngfellow, our producer. Score at the half, 23-22, Old Town leading Presque, set for our Todd and Trust Company halftime show. And we'll talk about these both ball clubs in that first half, Kevin. And start with Presque, and yeah, 2 players, Caleb Wheaton and Malachi Cummings, both with 11 points, but maybe like Xavier McAtee. I mean, one of those guys, just a sophomore, and he doesn't look a lot for his offense, but one of those guys, he's super athletic, he's got great size. One of these guys that I think does have some experience at the varsity level, as he played last year, and I really think he's one of those guys, maybe an X factor for Presque, as somebody that can provide an offensive punch, but he also does a lot of the dirty things, where he's really athletic, he's going to get a lot of rebounds, and he's going to play great defense, and he's one of the guys I think is to watch, not only this year, but his development, as he's only a sophomore.
Definitely. I mean, he had some great experience last year. If I remember right, in the prelim game, he played some meaningful minutes in that one. I mean, and what an opportunity that is as a freshman to be able to play in a game like that, that magnitude. So, yeah, he's definitely one that can step up. Mentioned Kyle Rideout, or not
Connor Rideout. See, Kyle Rideout, if he was here, that'd be helpful.
Yes, yes, he was a machine.
Yes,
there.
he was.
But yeah, so for Connor, again, I don't think they have, as far as their bigs go, obviously their bigs haven't scored yet. So, you'd like to see in the second half maybe a few putbacks there. They just haven't had a lot of those opportunities, and when they have, they just haven't converted. So, yeah, for Presque, hopefully, if you're them, they get a few other people involved in the offense, take some pressure off Cummings and Wheaton, because they'll certainly be the focal point of the Old Town defense in the second half.
Now, on the other side for Old Town, you see the athleticism. I think that's obvious. I mean, with Hoop Turp, with Brown, Seymour, even Richards is a good athlete. And, going down their line, and Magoon as well, I say, really, this team has the capability to, I really think, maybe not be a top contender to a Caribou, an Ellsworth, a Herman, but kind of that second tier option right there. As you can tell, they're going to be able to put up a lot of points with how they can shoot the basketball, and Old Town could potentially, if they play one of those upper echelon teams, pull off an upset.
Yeah, I mean, if you have, it's kind of cliche, but a lot of times they say if you have some good guard play, and if you have 2 or 3 good guards, you can stay in a lot of games, no matter what level you're at. So, I think Old Town definitely has that opportunity to do that and to be able to be a pain in the neck for a lot of teams they play. That's why I think this game is important for both teams. You talked about the fact, I think it's pretty much set in stone heading into the regular season. Caribou, Herman, Ellsworth, those are the teams to beat in the league.
Yep.
Now you want to get in that middle of the pack there in the league, and both these teams have that opportunity to do that. And these games are big, so they're going to play each other again in January. But these are huge matchups, and Presque has a few more coming up soon. Next weekend with Waterville, they have, of course, Holton before that. So those are games that they need to find a way to win and get those victories, and hopefully pull off an upset or two along the way too.
Score update from down in Orono. The Caribou Vikings have defeated the Orono Red Riots 61-55. So the defending state champions and the heavy favorites, I would at least consider them to be heavy favorites going into the season here for Class B, as they only lost one player who played meaningful minutes, in Austin Finland. And granted, he was a tremendous player, but you bring back Alex Bouchard, you bring back Parker and Sawyer Depre and Isaac Marker and Ethan Holdsworth's a year older, Michael Brigman. I mean, a lot of talent on that Caribou team. Scrape away a victory down in Orono by just 6 points. So, I mean, but if you're Caribou, your head coach Kyle Corrigan, get that bad game out of the way and move forward. And that's a sign of a good championship caliber team is able to come away with a victory even if you're not playing your best.
Definitely, and he's even mentioned too, when you're the defending state champ, you have that target on your back. And every team is going to pull out all the stops to try to come away with a win, and Orono certainly did that today down there to only lose by 6 points. That's kind of a small victory for them in a way. So, but yeah, great job by Caribou to be able to hold them off and come up with a big road win. And they take on, is it Fort Kent? Do they play Fort Kent this week?
They do, yep. They play Fort Kent this week, and then they play Winslow next Saturday in their KVAC Big East crossover matchup. Presque will have Waterville here, which will have that doubleheader for you on WHOU. You get set to begin the third quarter with Old Town holding on to a 1-point lead over Presque Isle. And Class B boys, I think, is really going to be interesting. You do have that upper echelon bracket of teams with Caribou, Herman, and Ellsworth, but I think it's really just congested there. After you have Old Town, you'll have Orono. Presque Isle will trickle in there. MDI will be. Holton's going to be there. Right. I mean, so it's going to be a lot of teams in that second tier as
for sure.
We get a foul call to begin the third quarter. Hookterp will get it in play to Matt Seymour. Quick athletic guard for the Coyotes. He crosses over, will step back, fire away, and bury it.
Wow. Yeah, he was just determined to get a shot off there, and he was able to create some space and got it to go.
Lead up to 4. Wheaton. McAtee at the mid-post, right out. Gets out of the lane before the 3-second call. Wheaton dives in and draws the blocking foul. Wheaton a bit shaken up.
He takes a lot of punishment, it seems like, in his drive to the basket. He's not a real big guy there, so when there's some contact, he feels it. But looks like he's recovered enough to step to the line and get ready for his 2 shots. Get his team a little bit closer here.
Wheaton makes the first. Leading scorer in the game for either team is Wheaton with 12. He makes them both now with 13. Seymour, Hookterp, and Brown all have 5 for the Coyotes.
And Wheaton 6 for 6 from the foul line.
Has the steal there, and he'll lay it up and in, give him 15.
We're nodded once again.
Back the other way, Hookterp with the answer. Right out, we'll swing it. Wheaton left wide open, can't connect. Willett has it go off his fingertips.
Tough rebound to grab there, just how it came down so quickly.
A lot of velocity coming off the bottom of the rim. Magoon goes over to Seymour. Can't bury that one. McAtee pass was intended for Willett. A bit of miscommunication there.
Yeah, he turned his head the other way and wasn't ready for that pass.
Corson is in for Old Town. Hookterp, no hesitation for 3, rattles around the iron about 3 times. Finally falls in.
5 points in the quarter for Hookterp. And a 5-point lead.
McAtee is bumped by Richards, but he's going to be called for the offensive foul.
We almost had our first point from a player other than Cummings or Wheaton. They wave it off.
Jacob Devine has checked in for Presque Isle. And you get a foul call here. It'll be a block call on right out.
Presque Isle playing this one without Sam Bollier. He was injured during the preseason tournament.
Be part of our injury report brought to you by County Physical Therapy. There's a travel call here on Old Town. Wheaton evades the defense, goes over to Cummings. Right out in the paint, goes up strong, left it short. Rebound fought for, Willette, as a jump ball is called.
Presque fans thought that was a quick whistle.
No matter what call you make, 50% of the crowd's going to be mad at you. As a foul called here on Brown. So I think it's tough being an official in any sport. It's you can't make everybody happy, that's for sure.
No doubt about that.
30-second timeout called by Old Town. That'll give us time to do our injury report, brought to you by County Physical Therapy. Whether you want to get back to sports, back to work, or simply back to living your life, County Physical Therapy can help. Visit one of their 5 convenient locations or online at countypt.com to learn how CPT can help you. As you mentioned, Sam Bullier out with a concussion. I don't know if he's cleared or not. I haven't spoken with head athletic trainer Andy Helmstrom, but he is out for this game, and he's a key part for this Presque team.
He started a few games last year for him, a defensive spark plug, and the defense has done a good job, but Sam's certainly capable of adding more on that end of the floor. Hopefully he'll be back soon.
Cummings, his jumper, banks it in.
Cummings.
31-28 the score. Attacking the bucket is Seymour. He's hammered. So Seymour with 2 free throws. This is the first. There's 1 for 2.
Old Town's now 4 of 6 from the line. Presque is 7 of 8.
That zone pressure still giving the Wildcats fits as Hoopterp gets the steal and the bucket. Hoopterp's in double figures now with 12 points. Wheaton with a Euro step, the finger roll off the back iron. Willette looking for the putback. Now a third opportunity. That time it's Wheaton, and he'll spin it home.
Back to within 4.
4.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Seymour goes to Richards. It's Corson. Now Seymour, Brown, they rotate it to Hoopterp. Drives along the baseline up with the left hand. Finishes. Call for the offensive foul.
And Hoopterp getting up very slowly on that one. See if Presque can take advantage.
Hoopterp once again, he is doing a tremendous job at the top of that 1-2-2 zone press.
Very thin, got those long arms though. Gets into the passing lanes, and it certainly has caused some problems for Presque.
Possession arrow favors Old Town.
It seems like Old Town will crank up that defense there. The game's close, and then they run off 4 or 5 points in a row, and that's the margin right now that they lead by.
Richards off the pass from Corson. Brown tracks down the offensive board. Out to Seymour. Has an opening. Richards gets Cummings to fly by. Puts it up and is fouled. So Bryce Richards will head to the line.
Richards scored 6 points in the first half of play.
Soft touch at the line there as McAtee is back in for Yarima.
And if you're Presque Isle midway through this third quarter, again, just 2 players have scored so far in this one. Cummings and Wheaton.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line there. Leads up to 6. Wheaton gets around. I believe that's Michael Brown. It is. Foul's going to go on Brown. Team's 4th. His 3rd. As Caden Jackson is back in for Brown. You get it into Cummings. Drives to the rim. Left it short, and Hoopterp clears it. Albertson appears to have rolled his ankle as they will stop the play. Is Connor Albertson is holding his right ankle, and head athletic trainer from County Physical Therapy, Andy Helmstrom, will walk out to check on Albertson, and we'll take a 1-minute break as Old Town leads Presque Isle on WHOU.
From kitchen excellence to building damage, owning your own restaurant comes with a lot of liabilities.
Among drivers, vehicles, and business property, there's a lot of exposure.
If our equipment fails, we know United Insurance has us covered.
For us, finding the right words for marketing campaigns is simple. Finding the right insurance is not. That's why it's nice to know United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
The United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
White Smiles Family Dentistry realizes that life gets busy. We have locations in Presque Isle and Fort Fairfield to better accommodate your busy schedule. If you need to see a dentist but don't want to wait months for an appointment, then call White Smiles Family Dentistry. We are always accepting new patients and can accommodate you as quickly as possible. We offer the area's most complete dentistry, including implants, extractions, root canals, and implant-retained dentures, which saves you from trips downstate or transfers to another dental office. Don't wait months to see your dentist. Call White Smiles Family Dentistry today.
Back on WHOU, Steve Carmichael and Kevin Schoberg. Connor Albertson helped off the floor. We'll head to the trainer's room. Presque Isle will have possession, trailing by 6. Wheaton with a runner connects. Wheaton's up to 19 points. And Seymour is called for the carry. .325 remaining third quarter. Wheaton look to find right out off his fingertips, out of bounds. Turnover to the Coyotes. Cummings guarding Seymour real close. Hoopterp drives baseline, up with a finger roll with some English, spins it home.
Very active player on both ends of the floor. Fun to watch.
Cummings lobs it to the near side. Wheaton. Cummings tries to fire it underneath to Wheaton. It was deflected and stolen, and Hayes comes out of traffic with it. Bounces it over to Seymour. Hasn't lane to the basket. Flips it up and in.
Largest lead of the game for the Coyotes.
Head coach Terry Cummings calls a 30-second timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with him. 40-32, Old Town leading Presque Isle. We're back in 60 seconds on WHOU.
This is Ben Adams from Priority Auto Sales. Listen, I know you've been seeing a lot of these orange plates around town lately, and trust me, I'm not just paying people to drive around in our vehicles all day. Every day we're selling cars, trucks, and SUVs. Why? It's simple. Discounted prices up front, great selection, and low pressure sales. We're simply not playing the games. We really are creating a new way to shop for a used vehicle. Check us out at yourpriorityauto.com and like us on Facebook. Priority Auto Sales, Route 1 in Holton.
Aroostook Limousines and Ace Rent-A-Car get you there in style. Aroostook Limousines has 8 and 12 passenger limousines and a 20 passenger party bus for evenings out, proms, weddings, birthdays, concerts, whatever the celebration. Travel anywhere in-state. And Ace Rent-A-Car specializes in insurance rentals and has locations in Presque, Holton, and Patton at Savage Paint and Body. Ace offers everything from compact cars to vans. Ace Rent-A-Car. We do it right and we make it easy. Reach both businesses at 768-7368.
Back at Presque High School in WHOU. Out of the timeout, a travel called on Malachi Cummings.
I was going to say, coming out of the timeout, it was a big possession for Presque as Old Town got that 8-point lead, and Presque does not want to let it get away from him here. Good defense there by McAtee. Stay Old Town ball.
Inbounds play comes to Hoopterp, looking to get around Wheaton. Finds a gap, goes behind the back. Now to Magoon. Couldn't handle the pass cleanly, but down to Seymour. 2:10 remaining third quarter. The Coyotes looking for a double-digit lead. It'll be the first one of the game for either ball club. It's Hoopterp for 3, rims out. Magoon kept it alive, and finally taken out of there by Cummings, the freshman. Hands off to Fletcher. Wheaton gets a screen from Fletcher. Out to Cummings. Out to Fletcher. Hoopterp steps in front. It's going to be a block call as Hoopterp didn't beat him to the spot.
5 fouls for each team now in this quarter.
Just the second on Hoopterp. Wheaton crosses over, goes out to Cummings along the baseline, gets a screen, evades Magoon with a fancy dribbling maneuver and finishes with contact. An impressive move from Malachi Cummings. As he went behind the back, between the legs, took a bump, able to bank it home.
He's had a brilliant debut for Presque.
16 points. Magoon trapped in the backcourt by Fletcher. Gets away, bounces it to Richards. Baby jumper, swish. Richards now in double figures with 10. Lead back up to 7. McAtee to Wheaton. Can't get the roll, and skying for the board was Hoopterp. One-handed pass out to Magoon. Hangs onto it, gets 2 players up in the air, draws contact, and 2 free throws for Magoon.
That was an excellent catch by him.
Yes.
And to be able to make it into an offensive play as
Patriots
well.
could probably use him.
Yes.
Since none of their wide receivers can get any space.
They could have last weekend for sure.
Magoon misses the first.
Oh, I'm impressed by with the guard play of Old Town. They have 3 or 4 guys that are solid in the backcourt.
But really, you'd say one interior presence. Richards does a nice job 10 feet and in. As Magoon goes 1 for 2. Cummings, one-man press break. Lobs it to the near side, Urema looking to establish McAtee underneath. Pass was deflected by Magoon. Urema to Cummings. Urema wide open from the corner, connects.
So finally, we have a third score for Presque. And it's a big hoop.
First player not named Cummings or Wheaton to score for the Wildcats. 43-38. Old Town leading, 39 seconds remaining in the third. They get it into Mike Brown, and a foul call here.
A walk to the other end. Brown's going to have a 1-on-1 here.
Yeah, we'll be shooting free throws the rest of the way, as the next foul at Old Town will put Presque in the bonus.
Yeah, we've had a pretty good pace of the game through 3 quarters. That could change in the fourth quarter with both teams in the bonus. in the rest of this quarter. What little remains of it.
Brown makes the first. Makes them both. Give him 7 points. And that's the advantage for Old Town. Wheaton in the backcourt. Trapped along the sideline, and it's stolen. Magoon throws it to space to Brown, all the way to the bucket for 2 more.
Margin is now 9.
I think this is the biggest lead now for the Coyotes. They were up by 8. Right out. Swings it to Cummings. Pass a bit off target. Faces up. Launches from deep. Too strong. Three-pointer launched. And that'll do it for 3 quarters of play. 47-38. Old Town with the advantage. We'll take a 60-second break. Come back for the final quarter after this on WHOU.
Hello, this is Tony Bowers at Bowers Funeral, and we want to wish good luck to all area basketball teams, boys and girls, as you strive for the gold ball at the end of the season. We are proud to be a part of your communities and our family serving your family since 1900. Good luck, play hard, and above all, be good sportsmen.
Be good for Nana, okay? I love you. That's not me.
A moment like this is decades in the making. The County Federal Credit Union, partnering with you to achieve financial success so you can enjoy the moments that matter. CountyFCU.org.
Back on WHOU, Steve Carmichael, Kevin Schoberg. Wheaton attacks the rim. He's up to 21.
We're going to get the ball back. Hoopterp with the travel. Got the ball on the wing and did not put it down to the floor quick enough.
Cummings along the baseline. The floater gets the friendly roll.
So baskets by Wheaton and Cummings here in the first 30 seconds of the fourth quarter. Gets the Old Town lead down to 5.
And that's what they're going to get is head coach Terry Cummings yells for a travel. He gets one. So quick spark. Wheaton gets around the press. Gets a bump from Magoon. And it's going to be 1-1. No, they're going to give him the shooting foul.
Wheaton did a good job there getting past Magoon. Had established himself. Looking to take the player control foul, but Wheaton avoided it.
Wheaton makes them both. Seymour trying to find an opening. Goes over to Richards. Your side Brown. Called for the carry as you saw him cuff it. .6-0 run for Presque to start this fourth quarter. Breaking the press a bit easier now. Cummings for 3. Too strong. Gets his own miss. Is hacked by Hoogterp.
Timeout. 60-second timeout.
60-second timeout. We'll take it with them. 6:41 3-point advantage for Old Town. We're back in 60 seconds on WHOU.
County Ag and Turf Supply is at its new home on 7 Dow Siding Road in Caribou, offering the same great service. Randy and Jerry are working hard to supply the county with the best products. They offer Blue Seal Feed, Sentinel, Inspire, and Dynasty and Triple Crown for your equine, Home Fresh Extra Egg and Multi-Flock Pellets, and Crumples and Mealworm for your poultry, Entrust Pet Food for your cat or dog, Minerals for your beef and dairy. They have feed for all your livestock. County Ag and Turf Supply also has wood pellets, lubricants, and of course, Willow the Blue Seal Rabbit on the premises. Stop by County Ag and Turf Supply today.
Want that special item for this year's high school basketball season to show your team support? Cushman & Sons, locally owned and operated in Presque, has team sportswear and will do custom embroidery, screen printing, logo design, digital and printing, as well as banners, decals, and other vinyl works. Cushman & Sons also can design trophies, awards, and add specialty items. Cushman & Sons, 764-3833 or CushmanandSonsInc.com. And don't forget to visit and like their Facebook page. If you can think it, Cushman & Sons will say, yeah, we can do that.
Back on WHOU as Malachi Cummings at the free throw line trying to trim into this Old Town lead even more. He misses the first and makes the second. Cummings up to 19 points. Hoogterp all the way to the rim. Going to be called for the offensive foul as Rideout stepped in to draw the charge.
And that's what Connor Rideout does, just the little things, the dirty jobs, so to speak.
Wheaton pulls up from the baseline, off the front of the iron, no good. McAtee there trying to get the offensive board. Magoon is bumped by Yarima. So it'll be 1-1 for Sam Magoon.
A chance for Old Town to get their first points of this quarter. Outscored so far 7-0 and rims out.
Cummings isolates at the mid-post, leans in. Now it's Brown with it for Old Town. Goes baseline as he hesitated and got around Cummings, and he'll lay it in. Brown in double figures with 11.
3 players in doubles for Old Town.
Yarima left open, left it short. And a foul on the rebounding action is going to go on Presque. It'll be on number 24, Caleb Wheaton. Magoon makes the first. All 3 of his points coming from the line.
He split a pair on his first 2 trips.
Splits them again as it's a 5-point advantage for Old Town. 5:25 to go. Cummings gets a screen from McAtee, tries to roll to the rim. Off the hands of McAtee, then off the left hand of Rideout. Be a turnover. Back over to the Coyotes.
Full court pressure by the Wildcats.
Going to get a 3-second violation called on Magoon.
And the Wildcats hanging around. Down 5, getting close to the 5-minute mark. And if you just joined us, Malachi Cummings and Caleb Wheaton have combined for 43 of Presque's 45 points.
Foul call here underneath as Rideout drew it. Rideout's first free throw up and off the mark.
Every common foul will be a 2-shot foul for both teams the rest of the way.
Corson checks back in. Looks like they're handing out free popcorn right now, Kevin.
Ooh. I don't think they'll make their way up here, will they?
Well, if Cleve has anything to do with it, they might. As the second free throw was made, but on the rebounding action, there was a foul on Presque. We're just glad Pumpkin's not here anymore. He moved down to Lewiston. He was our head camera guy for the past 8 years. And you know, there's free popcorn. He'd be all over it. Richards misses the first.
He's probably the reason why they have popcorn still left over at this point in the game.
Right. (51-46), Old Town leading. Cummings, middle of the floor, right out. Goes over to Wheaton, left open for three, got it. 30-second timeout called by Presque. So 51-49, Caleb Wheaton having himself a heck of a ball game. He is up to 26 points, and Malachi Cummings has 19 points. So really those two guys, and well, the majority of their scoring is going to come from them, and well, they've delivered so far this afternoon.
They have. We mentioned a little bit at halftime. During the course of the season, you want to develop that third or fourth scorer, you know, that someone else to take pressure off, because after a while it's going to be easy to concentrate and, concentrate on two players if you're a defending team.
Underneath, Richards backs right out down, just couldn't finish. And the rebound taken out of there by Connor Rideout. 51-49, 4.5 minutes remaining. Devine is in there. McAtee, Cummings, Urema, and Rideout. McAtee into the lane. Urema for three is called for the travel. As Wheaton is set to check back in. The inbounds play comes to Corson. Bounces it to Richards along the baseline. Now he's double teamed. Cummings ties him up. And possession error will favor Old Town. They inbound it to Seymour. Quickly over to Richards. Eyes the rim for three. Up the front iron, no good. Tipped by Urema to Cummings.
Another chance for a tie or a lead here for Presque.
We approach halfway through the fourth quarter. Devine in the corner. Left-hand dribble goes back over to Malachi Cummings. Screen set by Rideout. Cummings leans in, throws it up, doesn't go. And now it's Corson up ahead of the field. Brown all by himself with a finger roll for two. McAtee. He finds a lane with the right hand, spins it home. Full timeout by Presque. We'll take it with him. A 2-point lead for Old Town. We're back in 60 seconds for the finish on WHOU.
From Jeans, where you'll find better TV and more ways to enjoy it. Get 190 channels for $59.99 a month with Dish. Plus, get a free voice remote on us. And remember, we're also trained Nest Pros and deliver white glove service for all kinds of smart home solutions, like the Google Nest Learning Thermostat or the Google Nest Cam Outdoor, which lets you look after your home from anywhere so you can travel worry-free. So come and visit our newest location on Stillwater in Bangor, or visit us online to find a local store near you.
On WHOU, as we resume play here in the fourth quarter, Old Town leading by 2. And the basketball and a 5-second call on Seymour. Wheaton is back in for Devine. With Coach Terry Cummings subbing out Wheaton on the defensive end with his 4 fouls. Cummings finds right out. Now Urema. They swing it to Wheaton. Jab steps. Wants to go left. Shut off by Brown. Now Cummings attacks. Dumps it underneath the right out. And we're tied up at 53. Hookter at the elbow. Brown open for 3. Swish.
Big answer. Michael Brown's come up big, too, throughout the game, especially here in this quarter.
He has 7 points in the quarter. 16 in the game. Urema looks to find McAtee, deflected and stolen. Now it's Corson, and a carry is called on Corson. McAtee looking for a teammate, looks for right out. Fortunately gets it to him for Presque. Urema for 3, can't answer. Rebound fought for, down to Wheaton. Steps back for 3 from the baseline. Off back iron, no good, and Hoopterp will clear it for the Coyotes. Head coach Garrett Libby wants them to settle down here and run the offense as Cummings reaches in, commits the foul. That'll be his 3rd. And we're in a one-possession ball game. That's a quick foul with 2:24 remaining.
Brown is 2 for 2 from the line.
Making 3 for 3. Goes 1 for 2, right out. Clears it. Cummings for 3, banks it in. (57-56). Corson goes over to Seymour. Under 2 minutes to play now. Seymour off the dribble, gets underneath, finds Brown, fakes a shot, gets in the lane, puts up the shot, blocked by Cummings, right to Corson, and then a foul going to be called on Malachi Cummings. That'll be his 4th. So he'll join Caleb Wheaton and Nate Willett with 4 fouls. Sean Hookterp on the other end has four fouls for Old Town.
Definitely a factor if this is extended into overtime.
Corson makes the first.
His first points of the game. Or first point of the game.
Second free throw sputters out. 2-point advantage for Old Town. Presque with the basketball. Minute 40 to go. Wheaton to Urema. Out to Cummings. Left-hand dribble into the lane with a finger roll. Bounces off the back of the rim. No good. But nice athletic maneuver from Cummings. Just couldn't finish. Minute 25 left. Old Town with the basketball. We'll see if they try to hang on and force Presque the foul here. They got to be careful. A 5-second violation as Hookterp gets it away. Underneath to Corson, he's bumped by Urema. And Corson, who just knocked down 1 of 2, will head back to the line. Makes the first. Now this is the big one. This will make it a 2-possession game if he's able to knock down the second. Misses. Goes 1 for 2 once again. 1:10 remaining. McAtee kicks it out to Cummings. Left-hand dribble into the paint. Underneath. Right out for 2 more.
Connor's come alive here in this fourth quarter. 5 points.
The second time Cummings has been able to find right out underneath as Devine will check in for Urema. They got to get it in play. They baseball throw it to Corson into the front court. Catches it, can't convert. Head coach Terry Cummings wants a timeout, and he gets one. It's a full timeout. I'm not sure how many timeouts head coach Terry Cummings has remaining, but he's used 3 in this quarter. As there's 55 seconds remaining, score is 59-58. Old Town with the advantage. Presque will have the basketball. The possession arrow favors Presque. There's double-digit fouls on either ball club, so we're shooting free throws the rest of the way. There's foul trouble really on both sides for key players. Caleb Wheaton with 4, as is Malachi Cummings. Nate Willett has 4 fouls. On the other side for Old Town, Sean Hoopterp has 4. Michael Brown and Sam Magoon with 3. So it's been, what was a fast first half. The second half has really slowed down as a lot of fouls have been committed, and it may come down to a free throw shooting contest. If Presque is able to take the lead here, we'll see what Old Town does. It's going right down to the wire here, and these are very important early season games. As both these teams projected to be near the middle of the pack, and well, against each other, just to get, maybe to improve yourself to a home prelim at the end of the year. These type of wins can be worth quite a bit of points.
No question. Again, this is the first of 2 meetings between these 2 teams. They'll battle again in January.
Wheaton has it. Screen set by Rideout. Brown's trying to stay in front of Wheaton. They go up to Cummings. Right-hand dribble. Underneath pass knocked away. It goes out of play. As Richards and Hoopter both thought the other was going to go get it. Instead, neither one did. And it stays with Presque with 41.7 on the clock. Wheaton gets it into McAtee. Cummings. Screen set down. Wheaton pops out for 3, knocks it down, and gives the Wildcats a 2-point lead.
Career day continues for Caleb Wheaton, the 29 points in this one, and now an Old Town timeout.
So Caleb Wheaton off the set play from out of bounds, and that's a play you see almost every team play. Wheaton will inbound. Screen set down. He pops out. Left open for a 3, and Wheaton's just been able to knock down so many shots this evening. And well, right now, as they looking at his scoring total, at 19, 22, he's at 25, 27, 29 points. So really just an impressive game for Caleb Wheaton, the senior, and really what's his first game as the guy.
That's right.
2 years ago, he kind of came onto the scene as a sophomore, was a starter, but it was Griffin Jarrett was a senior. Last year, he's up to be a junior, still a starter, but really Jonah Hudson's probably the guy. But this year, it is Caleb Wheaton's show, and well, he's coming through so far this afternoon.
Yeah, he sure has. He's kind of put it on his shoulders. Had some help with Malachi Cummings.
Absolutely.
Obviously, his effort's been huge.
Right out in the second half.
So they have not led very much, but they hold the advantage right now with just down to 28 seconds left. I'm sure Coach Cummings said, defend the 3. No open 3s.
Nope. Corson with it on the right side. They've set it down screen. Now here comes Matt Seymour. Jab steps with the left, crosses over, pulls up from the free throw line, in and out. Cummings will clear it, and he has it up the right side. Comes over to Caleb Wheaton. 8 seconds remaining. They got to foul him, and they do. It's Corson, and Caleb Wheaton will go to the line. A good look from Seymour. So Caleb Wheaton at the line. It'll be 2 free throws. If he's able to make them both, it'll become a 2-possession ball game. Misses the first. Misses them both. They go underneath. The Brown couldn't spin it home. The rebound down to Rideout with .2 left. And Rideout's going to go to the line, but a golden opportunity for Michael Brown, just couldn't finish. Connor Rideout will go to the charity stripe. 0.2 seconds on the clock. Rideout makes the first, the 3-point game. Timeout called by Old Town. It's a full timeout. We will keep it right here, though. 62-59. If you're just joining us, Presque trailed by 9 going into the fourth quarter, but a furious comeback spearheaded by Caleb Wheaton, who knocked down a three-pointer to make it a 2-point game with around 20 seconds remaining. And Caleb Wheaton and Malachi Cummings have been the show for Presque, but in the second half, a lot more help as you've had Connor Rideout has 5 points. Xavier McAtee has done a great job defensively. As Kevin Schoberg gets set to head down to the floor, we'll grab our Pat's Pizza post-game guest after the game. Rideout can seal it away with a free throw here. Rideout puts it up and rattles it in. They'll inbound it to Seymour off his hands, and that will do it. Presque picks up the 63-59 victory over the Old Town Coyotes. They outscore Old Town by 13 in the final quarter and prevent the sweep by Old Town as they won the previous 3 games today, but Presque able to salvage 1 victory. We'll take a 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll be joined by our Pat's Pizza post-game guest after this on WHOU.
We all know a Aroostook County winter isn't much fun, but it can be with the right equipment. Holden Tire Company at 76 Myrna Street is your boss plow dealer and carries the King of Snow Aaron snow blowers. Full service department with parts in stock. Steelstone Industries in Holton is your location for gravel, salt, sand, paving, and plowing. Groundwork materials of all kinds and equipment to move it. Steelstone Industries is your aggregate supplier. You can visit Steelstone Industries at 154 Steelstone Street in Holton.
Katahdin Valley Health Center, or KVHC, is a network of 6 community health centers dedicated to providing affordable, comprehensive, and high-quality care to people of all ages and incomes. We accept all patients and insurances, including those who are uninsured or on main care. Our committed patient care team is here for you, offering an extensive range of services to provide you with quality health care. We're creating healthy communities starting with you. Call or visit our website today.
Madigan Healthcare Services provides a continuum of healthcare from skilled nursing facility, rehab therapy, to home health care.
After 5 days in the hospital, they suggested that I come to the Madigan. The level of care, the service, the respect that they showed me, even the aftercare, everything about it was really excellent, and I feel healthy. So the services that I've received at the Madigan have enabled me to get back to those things that I really love to do.
All right, back on WHOU. Steve Carmichael, Kevin Schoberg. Presque picks up the victory 63-59. Kevin Schoberg standing by with our Pat's Pizza post-game guest. He's got Connor Rideout. Kevin, when you're ready, take it away.
Thank you, Steve. I have Connor Rideout here. Connor, quite a comeback by you guys. Old Town led most of the game, but then you guys made that final surge. What was behind it, you think?
It was team chemistry, all of it. I mean, we came off the benches our most energy, and with us coming off that last time out, just really gave us that fire that we really needed, and everyone stepped up their game and played well as a team. The final 2 minutes there, and we pulled out a good win.
First 3 quarters, not a lot of offensive balance with your team. Obviously great efforts by Caleb Wheaton and Malachi Cummings. Fourth quarter, other guys ended up stepping up, and I'm sure that must be an important thing for your team.
Oh yeah, definitely. When we have everyone working as one, we are a very good team, and I can't wait for the next future games as a team, and we go out there and play our best and it's going to go well this year. Can't wait.
Individually, size up the efforts, starting with your senior, Caleb Wheaton, and what he did out there tonight.
Caleb Wheaton, he did pretty good. He's a good player. He's a good captain. We love him. He's a great player. He's great to be around. We have that team chemistry that we all have, and it's great. 24/7. We're always messaging each other, cheering each other up all the time. There's never a time where we're down on each other. We're always a great team.
You guys, again, don't have a lot of experience back from last year, but obviously we got to put in a plug for one of the new guys, Malachi Cummings. I mean, he came in and made his freshman debut and really shined out there.
Yeah, Malachi is a great player, and along with a teammate, he's really well as a teammate too. I mean, we love each other. We're a great team, and we'll be as one for this entire year. Play together. I mean, Malachi played great, and that's what we needed. And in the fourth quarter, everyone came out and we sealed our win. It was good.
Hey, thanks a lot for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
You get a pizza from Pat's Pizza. Enjoy it.
Thank you.
And good job. Back to you, Steve.
That was our Pat's Pizza postgame guest, Connor Rideout. Some final numbers for you for Old Town, who dropped to 0-1. They were led by Michael Brown with 16. Sean Hoopterp had 14. 8 for Matt Seymour. Bryce Richards with 11. Sam Magoon with 3 and 2 points from Jake Corson, Ethan Hayes, and Caden Jackson. On the other side for Presque, led by Caleb Wheaton's 29. Malachi Cummings had 22. 6 from Connor Rideout. Noah Yarima with 3. And Xavier McAtee with 2. But that'll do it for the opener on WHOU for the Central Aroostook stream. Some more games coming up. Tonight we have Penobscot Valley and Madanalcook Academy. That is set to tip off around 6:30. Next week on Monday, just one game for us. Easton and Fort Fairfield boys. That will be on at 7 o'clock on Monday. And then on Tuesday, really a full slate of games as we have East Grand and Southern Aroostook girls, Herman at Orono girls, and Herman at Orono boys. That's 6:30 to 8 o'clock. And then for us, I'll be here with Holton and Presque girls. I know you'll be here too, Kevin, to watch your daughter play. So plenty of basketball still to come your way on WHOU for the rest of the season. So the Old Town girls pick up the victory over Presque, and then the Presque boys pick up the victory over Old Town. For everybody involved on today's broadcast, Tim Youngfellow, our producer, John Humphrey, the camera guy, Kevin Chobring and Bill Jarrett providing the color commentary. I'm Steve Carmichael. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody.